Yesterday, I guess we had some whistleblower testimony going on in Congress. Jim Jordan set the stage in yesterday's IRS whistleblower hearing.
You know whose story hasn't changed?
No.
These two guys.
Oh, okay.
Their testimony has been consistent. Throughout, their testimony has been the same. And guess what? 2 days ago, an FBI agent confirmed their testimony. Who are you going to believe? The Justice Department can't get their story straight, changed 3 times in 33 days, or these two guys? The Justice Department that was found to censor Americans just 2 weeks ago from the federal court in Louisiana. The Justice Department that said moms and dads are terrorists. The Justice Department that said if you're a pro-life Catholic, you're an extremist. The Justice Department that can't get his story straight are these two guys. 10 years, over a decade of experience for each of them. The go-to guys in international tax evasion cases. The A-team when it comes to investigating these matters. All over the world they've done this. And who've been consistent throughout. I think I'll believe these guys. I think they're the ones telling the truth. And that is fundamentally what this comes down to. So God bless you guys for the work you've done, the courage you have, and for being here today, stepping forward because you care about equal treatment under the law. That's what's at stake, plain and simple.
Yeah. I believe it too. I believe they care about equal protection under the law, equal treatment under the law. You don't believe that?
I find it difficult to be a fan of the IRS.
I know, in any way.
Oh, no, what do we do?
Okay,
so that's a fair point.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, boy, that was...
But, I mean, he laid out a good case
he did.
there.
I know. And I do believe him. And look, we don't like Hunter, and we're trying to get to Joe Biden. And that's what we're trying to do.
Yep.
I don't know that they actually did that yesterday. I feel like the answer to that is no, but we'll see.
You could get there through abuse of power at some point, but
right,
no,
I know.
I'm with you. I watched that, and that is a fair takeaway. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but I one of the whistleblowers, the Shapley guy, was saying how he had this meeting with his supervisors. He went home and he sent an email to himself. And he also sent it to his boss and said, does this look like an accurate representation of the meeting we just had? And he said, yep, it's all there. And it was, it detailed all this stuff against Hunter Biden and all the special treatment that he's had.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. And then, you've got the other guy, Ziegler, saying that he wanted to interview the adult children of Hunter Biden.
Yeah, because Hunter was using
them for deductions.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, that's going to get us into hot water. So let's not do that. I mean, come on. The special treatment is insane.
Yep. And one of the IRS special agents explained how the case against Hunter Biden went.
I will also note that while the impression has been conveyed by the U.S. Attorney in Delaware that he has similar powers to that of a special counsel in this case, free rein to do as needed, that was not the case. It appeared to me, based on what I experienced, that the U.S. Attorney in Delaware in our investigation was constantly hamstrung, limited, and marginalized by DOJ officials as well as other U.S. attorneys. I still think that a special counsel is necessary for this investigation.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's the guy who self-described himself, a gay Democrat, Jeffy?
Yeah.
And he's like, hey,
he's part of the LGBTQ
that doesn't make me special.
Came out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know where I'm coming from because I'm not doing this for political reasons, yada, yada, yada. So, anyway, they were both believable, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're definitely credible witnesses, no question.
Agent Ziegler discussed Hunter's tax filings.
Thus, as I read the public documents as the Department of Justice action against Hunter Biden, there is nothing that indicates Hunter Biden will be required to amend his false tax return for 2018. A false tax return that includes improper deductions for prostitutes, sex clubs, and his adult children's tuition.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the guy with the Ashley Babbitt T-shirt? It's sitting there in the front row. What are we doing? No, that last picture, if you show that, well, he's testifying. There's a guy sitting there with an Ashley Babbitt T-shirt on. Now, absolutely, we should remember Ashley Babbitt, but He's there for this hearing? Come on now. What are we doing?
It almost looks photoshopped in there.
It does.
He
wasn't there the first time.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't see him yesterday. I was mostly just listening. I had it off to the side, So I don't know if he was there very long.
Well, the clip that we played earlier didn't have him
That's
there.
what I'm saying. I think once they got him in there, or once he got in there, someone saw him and escorted him out. Or
Hustled him out.
They do.
Yeah. Now, I will say to this, the thing that will really piss off every American taxpayer is that the statute of limitations has passed on a couple of these years that Hunter didn't pay his taxes. And so, as Ziegler pointed out yesterday, that's $125,000 to the federal government that we have no way of even recovering, that the man owed, that Hunter owes. Mm-hmm. So, and this two-tier justice system is, and we will get to this today, the left is constantly using that and trying to say, oh, yeah, there totally is. And it's against Hunter. Come on, man.
Right.
This is madness. These people are so bad.
I love that he tried to take deductions for prostitutes.
You like that? That's a Jeffy move right
stuff.
there.
Yeah, it is.
That's like Jeffy's his counsel.
That's great.
No, and take the camera off of me.
I mean, how do you think you're going to get away with that?
Well, they were assistants.
Okay.
They were assistants helping him.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. We had visual aid from Marjorie Taylor Greene showing us pictures from Hunter's laptop. This is the kind of stuff he was deducting. And it's some. And she even warned us before she started in. She goes, okay, parents at home, viewer discretion is advised before I start.
Amazing.
This was something else yesterday.
God, wow. What a circus, man.
Mm-hmm.
It has become that.
It is. Yeah. It's a circus now. Agent Gary Shapley talked about how the investigation into Hunter Biden was stymied at every turn.
At every stage, decisions were made that benefited the subject of this investigation. For example, prosecutors concealed contents of Hunter Biden's laptop from investigators. DOJ slow-walked steps to include interviews, serving document requests, and executing search warrants. Warrants that were ready as early as April of 2020, but were delayed until after the November 2020 election and never pursued. Investigators were not allowed to follow up on WhatsApp messages from Hunter Biden's Apple iCloud backup, where he suggested he was sitting next to his father. Assistant United States Attorney Leslie Wolf cited the optics of executing a search warrant at President Biden's residence as a deciding factor for not allowing it, even though she agreed that probable cause existed. Prosecutors instructed investigators not to ask about the big guy or dad when conducting interviews. The Biden transition team was tipped off about interviews the night before the investigation went overt, a fact my FBI counterpart confirmed to this committee in a recent testimony, where the result was that only one witness spoke to investigators that day. These are just some of the examples of how our investigation was stymied.
Gosh.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, they had 20 witnesses, and they were only allowed to talk to one of them. And
they couldn't ask him certain questions.
Right. It's just...
I mean, they were completely hands off.
Completely.
Joe Biden was complete, and the whole Justice Department.
Independent investigation.
Completely independent. They were completely hands off of that investigation.
The thing that sucks in this is that these guys tried to keep it in-house. They tried to blow the whistle in-house, and were just blocked completely. In fact, one of the guys, I forgot which one it was Ziegler, said that his supervisor hasn't responded to him in over a year, emails or trying attempts to contact him. He's like, I've got other investigations I'm doing, and I can't even get ever since I blew the whistle or brought this up to the department, I can't even get a response from my supervisor. I mean, this is your government at work.
Sure is. Now, Democrat Representative Dan Goldman says that this two-tiered system, as Keith alluded to, that's actually working against Hunter Biden. That's the problem.
Oh,
so
see?
yeah. You got the two-tiered system working against Hunter. I see.
So there is actually no basis to say that this is somehow political interference or a weaponization, as they say, of the Department of Justice. In fact, based on my experience, I'm shocked that Hunter Biden was even charged with these crimes. If you look at the history of civil and criminal enforcement of tax issues, and just look at Roger Stone's case, he effectively did the same thing as Hunter Biden, and he simply paid a fine. So the fact that he's even taking a plea deal, in my mind, demonstrates a two-tiered system of justice against Hunter Biden.
That is outrageous.
Yeah, that's one thing the Democrats are trying to do, is say, look, people don't... So many people do the same thing Hunter did, and they're never prosecuted. I think Wesley Snipes would like to get on the phone. What was the other guy, the rapper recently? Who was it?
Get on
Kodak Black? Yes. I mean, this. I
love Kodak Black. He's really good. Yeah.
They did this to Richard Hatch, right? The Survivor guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Richard Hatch.
Richard Hatch.
That's awesome.
Chuck Berry. I mean, there's a lot of people this has happened to. So stop acting. I swear. And that was a theme through the whole thing. When they handed you the microphone and you were a Democrat yesterday, you had one of three things to say. Nobody tried to defend Hunter Biden. Nobody at all was doing that. They were like, well, let's look at the Trump family. And then they were like, yeah, it's two tiers justice because...
What the hell are you... What?
Yeah.
If there was a Trump family situation like you have with Hunter Biden, they'd be in jail.
Yeah.
Or dead. You probably would have executed him by now. Come on. If they would be all over Don Jr. or Eric if they were doing any of these things. The coke, the prostitutes... The not paying of tax. Are you kidding me? Come on. That's outrageous. These people are the worst.
Yeah. Willie Nelson. Good call.
Oh, Willie Nelson. Yeah.
Good call in there from Lance.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I don't even think I sent it in the third thing. So if it wasn't Trump or Hunter's being picked on, the third one was race relations in America and who pays taxes and who gets. I mean, it was
what?
It was a circus.
What does that have to do with this?
And I don't think I sent in, did I, Daniel? Representative Summer Lee. I mean, she spent her time just railing on race issues and stuff. I mean, it was.
I did catch some of that.
Absolutely.
It was agonizing.
Oh, it's insane. Our government
it's almost a circus.
Right. So I heard that somewhere.
That's a good way to describe it.
I don't know where.
And by the way, these poor whistleblowers, they said they were stunned. It came out of left field, this plea deal with Hunter. They had no idea that this was even in the works. It just poof. And they're like, what?
Oh, really?
Yeah, so what happens now, right? Okay, so do we do the deal? Does the deal, I mean, they have to count on the judge saying okay to it, right?
Yes.
And if the judge okays the deal, then it's done.
Yes.
Have a nice day.
Do you hate scrolling social media for the important news stories? Well, subscribe to our newsletter. Go to theblaze.com/newsletter.